Hi Mama, my name is Tiffany and welcome to my channel. In this video, as you can tell, we are going to be talking about baby wipe alternatives. So I used to use a baby wipe that's still on the market and very popular as being mostly water and having like some fruit extracts in it. And I used it for a little bit, probably like the first couple of weeks. And then I decided I wanted to make something by myself on my own, some DIY, more affordable, with ingredients and packaging that I trusted, and I knew exactly the source of those ingredients because when we're talking about cleaning our babies, we're wiping something on their skin, which is their largest organ, that absorbs everything that you put on it, and it was important to me to know exactly what I was putting on it and making sure that there was transparency. So there's some information going on about those specific wipes, and a lot of mamas that I know of are trying to look for safe alternatives. So here we are. Alright, so I think all of this stuff, I'm pretty sure all of these items I purchased on Amazon. I'll go back in my archive and just take a peek, and I'll link everything below. So the first thing that I use is water. So we have a whole house water filtration system, and then I also filter our drinking water too, just to get a little bit of extra and make sure that everything is clean. And so I want to make sure that the water I put in my baby's wipes is also as filtered and clean as possible. Especially if you're talking about tap water, bottled water, and that sort of stuff. You want to be careful and make sure, you're not putting water into your bodies or on your bodies that has traces of metal or any type of chemicals, pollutants, chlorine, all that, especially city water if you take it right from the faucet. It's not a good thing. So, well, at least not where I live, but what city water is. Alright, so first thing is first, you are going to need a spray bottle and pump. I've never seen a spray bottle or pump with anything other than some plastic straw. So keep that in mind. But this is glass, and this is Molly Suds. So you want to make sure that the glass that you're using also doesn't contain any lead or any type of components that could leach into what it is you're using. I'm going to show you what I use, but if you have alternatives of something that I use, just make sure you're careful with the ingredients. So if they have an acidic component like citric acid, I'm going to show you a product that there's a popular alternative. I used to use when I first started my kind of healthy swap journey 10 years ago, and down the line I figured out something else that's better. So hopefully you're interested and this is suitable for you. Anywho, so spray bottle, make sure that it's safe glass, no metal, no lead. And then our second ingredient is Castile, however you want to say it, liquid soap. And this one is unscented. It's by Natural Way. It's free from artificial colors, fragrances, and chemicals. Now, what I like about this is there's organic coconut oil, olive and jojoba oil, natural rosemary extract, and organic aloe vera. So it doesn't have any acid, no citric acid or any other type of acid, which is very important. So I don't know if we're going to go down a little rabbit hole here. So it usually has some type of citric acid in it. You want to be careful because they come in a plastic container. And when acid touches another element, like plastic, it helps the plastic leach into whatever the contents that is holding. So generally, if you grab an item and you see, oh, it has citric acid, oh, that's vitamin C, or ascorbic acid, that's vitamin C, it's natural and it's safe. Okay, it might be not to really consume, you don't want to consume it but that's another story. So you just want to be sure that you have something that does not have acid in it, especially if you're putting it on your baby's skin. Like, think about that. You know, if it's like grapefruit extract or some other type of citrus, which is good in combating mold, and that's why it's usually in like products and wipes and things like that. But you want to be careful, because when you put acid on a baby's skin and then you don't clean it off, like, what does that do to the baby's skin? It generally irritates it. So my little guy, he did get some diaper rashes at the beginning, using the wipes. He got his first diaper rash, and I was like, oh no! I do have a diaper rash cream. If you're interested, let me know. Leave me a comment, and I will talk about, you know, my baby essentials and the things that I use in his nursery. I know he's 14 months. I still call it a nursery because he's my baby, dang it. Alright, so anywho, this is what I use. So I have linked this down below. And then I also use, so I wanted to be as, you know, eco-conscious as possible, but I wanted to make sure it was as sanitary as possible and also as feasible as possible. So as mamas, it's really hard to do all the things. Like, first off, pat yourself on the back, because making sure that baby is fed and your family is taken care of and the clothes are done, the laundry and everything's clean, and there's a lot. And then on top of that, having careers and having jobs and whatever you might have in addition to that, maintaining your marriage and your social life, and it's a lot. So let's just have a moment for the mamas. Okay. So anyhow, I use these bamboo disposable diaper liners. So I do have some diapers. If you're interested, let me know, and I can also talk about that. Some reusable diapers made of organic cotton, and I'll use those when my little guy and I are at home, and I know he's already like taken his poo for the day, and it's not going to be like a poop in there because that's not fun. But he also is interested in the potty, so we've been using that for a while. So generally we don't use as many, but when we were using a lot of them, I wanted to make sure we weren't using them for pee and then also using them for poop and just wasting so much like wipe material. Now I've used a few different kinds. This is the one we're using right now. But bamboo disposable diaper liners, and they're made from biodegradable, super soft, 100% bamboo fibers. It's like a little cloth. I'll open it up and show you. I'll show you a picture first. And it has a little baby on it. What's a baby? I mean, who doesn't love a chunky little baby? Okay. So here we are. Comes in a roll, which is convenient. So if you have like a tissue box or some sort of thing that you want to put it in, like a rectangular tissue box, if you wanted to cut these in half and do half of them, you can do that. What my husband and I do, I fold them in half. They're easy to rip, and then you can just tear it. So we do that, and then you can just use half of it, which is nice. And then the other half, you get that poop really off that body. So when we're not cleaning up, numero dos, we use, I think these are organic bamboo wipes. This is what I had at the time, and this is what I found at the time. So if you're interested in these, I've linked them down below, and they're just like a nice soft cloth. One side has like a little bit more of that pilly sort of material, and then the other side is more of a smooth material. So it's nice if you are using these to clean the baby's poop, then it kind of gives you a little bit of grip to kind of get in there. So what I do is I fill the well, let's see what it is, 16 ounces. So I fill it up to where here, just point right here. I fill it up to here, and then I put a few drops of liquid soap. And you can kind of test it out because a drop to somebody might be a little bit different than a drop to another person. So put some drops in there, shake it up, and then this top part that isn't filled with water should be filled with a lot of like sudsy bubbles. So then when you go to clean your baby, you can shake it up, as you can see, and you'll see the soap. So soap and water, really, you can't beat it. And then I just make sure so if my baby wakes up in the morning and he has poop in his diaper, then I'll take him to the bath and just clean him. So there's nothing lingering on his bottom throughout the whole day and then waiting until bedtime to go to the bathroom, because then you're more to take a shower, because to take a bath instead of waiting until bedtime and then giving him a bath, because then they're more likely to get, irritation or a diaper rash. So that's it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Now, of course, you can put, like lavender essential oil in it or something like that if you want to. Babies don't need that. That's really just for us. So see what your baby likes. My baby likes things that are just super simple. He has sensitive skin, so this has been working perfect for us. And that's it. Here we are. Ta-da! All right, well, I hope that you haven't seen anything quite like this before, or maybe I showed you new products that you're interested in. And if these are things that you want to keep seeing and having me put out, then definitely let me know. I have some ideas for Christmas toys that I want to share, and also, obviously they don't have to be Christmas toys, but also a playroom that I'm doing for my little one, and all of the non-toxic toys and the safe products that I have. And if you're interested in those, let me know. If you're interested in something else, something mommy related, health related, the water filter we use, what have you, then let me know. Leave me a comment, and if you're interested in seeing more of this, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.